My name is Sam Riehl. I'm 17 years old and I've been blacksmithing for 9 years. My mother does lamp-work glass beads and she melts glass in the flame of a torch to create jewelry. So I would follow her around to festivals and I was always exposed to all this artwork, all these different artisans, all this different media that I could possibly partake in. So anytime Mom would go to the festivals, I would help her set up as much as a 7-year-old can help set up heavy equipment. So I would actually, in all reality, venture off and just kind of go exploring. And I was attracted to the blacksmiths.
Sam was very interesting for me. He came to the ropes and wanted to cross, and he was 8.5 years old, of course, and wearing shorts and a pair of flip-flops. And of course, I could not let him through the ropes. And I told him that he's not wearing enough safety gear, so he watched me all day and a few of the other blacksmiths. The next day he came back and he was wearing blue jeans, boots, a pair of gloves that were way too big for his hands. And he said, Mister, can I cross the rope and come inside? And I just took one look and I just lifted the rope up and let him in. He just started cranking the fire all day for us. And he went around to every one of the blacksmiths and cranked their fire.
When I first started metalwork, I was set up in the shed in the backyard. Didn't really have a shop, didn't have very much equipment. I had my first anvil, my first forge, and a post vise. And my anvil wasn't even really an anvil. It was a cut of a railroad. And so for probably 3 years, I made do in a little tiny shed. And then whenever we moved to my new house, I moved all of my equipment to Richard Delahoussie's shop, which is this shop, which is now our shop. And I'm very grateful for that.
I bring Sam into my shop as a partner because of his devotion to this craft, which was kind of a dying trade. He enjoyed it so much that I let him have the shop as if it was his too.
As I know it, as of right now, I'm currently the youngest professionally operating blacksmith in the state of Louisiana.
It was actually me that Sam first turned the crank for, so I helped him get some tools and helped him really get rocketing on.
A blacksmith in today's world isn't as utilitarian as they used to be.
Nowadays, it's not that much of a need for fixing tools. So it became more into the art of blacksmithing, chandeliers, gates, wall sconces, fireplace sets, and whatever art we can create.
Richard, where he is now with an established shop and a business, I couldn't imagine a cooler place to be whenever I'm his age.